Exercise your muscle.
In few videos we will be looking at the word become so that we can be all that God created us to be. So today we're starting with the first letter, which is B, and I want to call it back to basics. Basically, mega exercises. Who are you? Back to basics. Basically, who are you? Now, if we look at what science and biology tells us, they tell us, all these wonderful things. The human body basically is made out of atoms. The human is basically the body with a mind. You can think, you can be creative, blah, blah, blah. But basically, who are you, mega exercises? And I'd like to refer you to a series that we did called I Am. So it's great to go check it out. Who are you? I am, right? So basically, who are we? In that series, we spoke a bit about it, that when God created you and placed this gift in you and placed this talent muscle in you, that's who he created you to be. So if your talent muscle is creativity or music, or we call you a musician, basically that's who you are. So basically we can now conclude that you are actually your talent muscle. Your purpose is wrapped around the gift that God placed in you. So basically, mega exercises, who are you? Do you know? E, and I want us to use it for explore. So I was googling the word explore, and it gave me this definition. The word explore means to travel through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it, to inquire or discuss a subject into detail. But I like this first one. Travel through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it. Travel through an unfamiliar area to learn about it. Mega exercises. You and I are born, you grow up, become an adult, become a wife, a husband, a parent, an employee, an employer. But few people really go and explore. Who are you? Do you know who you are, mega exercises? If you've watched past videos, you've heard me always say, who are you? Have you explored who are you? It's simple. Do you know what makes you happy? Do you know what makes you sad? Do you know what to do when you're sad? Do you know how to get yourself happy again? Life is not by chance, mega exercises. Life is by your choices, and life is by a certain set of principles that you live by, right? So what are the principles that make you you? Everybody is individual and different, right? What makes me happy is not necessarily what makes you happy. What gets you out of a bad mood? What food do you like? What colors do you like? What kind of music do you like? Do you know you, mega color, right? The C stands for color. Hence, I'm in a colorful outfit today. So let's think of this analogy, right? A baker, when they are baking a cake, now the first and most important thing they concentrate on is the cake. They think of the flour, they think of the sugar, the baking powder, the salt. Is there enough? Have they mixed enough content? Is enough ingredients? That is what occupies their mind when they're making a cake, right? The last thing that they think about is the icing or the fondant. Basically what we see, what is on the outside of the cake. That is the last thing that they put on a cake, right? And think about it, when you're eating this cake, the last thing you think about is the icing. Some people don't even like the icing or the fondant. They actually remove it. What we want is the content of that cake? What is inside? Is the sugar and the salt enough? Is it not too salty? Is it not too sweet? Is it not hard enough? Is it soft enough? We are interested on what is on the inside. Why is it Mega Exercises that when it comes to our lives, we are interested in the color, the icing, what people can see? She's black, she's female, he's male, he's white, he's tall, he's bare, he's short. We are so concentrated on the color, what we can see, instead of what is on the inside. Right now, as you're interacting with this video, Mega Exercises, believe it or not, what you are interacting is not how I look, is not what I'm wearing, is not my voice, but it's my talent muscle, what is inside the actual cake. What God placed emphasis on, Mega Exercises, is what is on the inside. This is important, Mega Exercises, because so many of us think, I'm not pretty enough, I'm ugly, I can't be that, I can never be a manager, they need to look a certain way, I'm black, I'm from an impoverished background, I am white female in South Africa. You know, we are so concentrating on the color, what people can see, instead of work what God has placed in you, Mega Exercises. Discover your talent muscle, exercise it, because once you work what is on the inside, it really doesn't matter how it looks on the outside. For you to get to this O and obviously become what you were created for, you need to actually look at the first E that we spoke about, which was explore. You need to first explore and know yourself, because then it's obvious. God didn't hide this talent. God didn't hide this treasure. He put it in plain sight. And that is why, Mega Exercises, most of us miss it. You know, as I help people discover their talent muscle, I ask them, what is that one thing you would be doing if money wasn't a factor? If hustling wasn't a factor, surviving, I need to pay bills, if bills were not in our world and money and, you know, these things didn't exist, what would you be doing right now? And then people would tell me, I'd be writing, so why aren't you doing it, Mega Exercises? And usually they tell me because money, or no, it's not because of money. You can still work your 8 to 5, you can still work your night duty, your 7 to 7, and still put 30 minutes in a day or an hour, Mega Exercises, for you to become this obvious thing that God placed in you. If you know what your talent muscle is, this obvious thing, and you're not doing it, Mega Exercises, you're not becoming everything that God created you to be. You can become it and still will pay the bills, and still, so it's not an excuse that, no, I need to pay bills so I can't become it. No, it is obvious. So why aren't you doing it? Because that's where your treasure lies, that is where your influence lies, that is where your life lies, in the obvious thing that God gave you. He didn't hide it. It's in plain sight. What is so obvious that you need to become? Because when God created you, He had something in mind. He needed you to become everything so that your world can benefit. It's obvious. So just become it, Mega Element. You, on the other hand, have not discovered your muscle, your talent. You are not exercising it. So like my arms, things in your environment might be a bit too heavy to change. You can't change where you stay. You can't change what you drive. You can't change what you eat. You can't change where you stay, who you talk to, the people the places you go to. You can't change, right? Because you haven't exercised your muscle. The physical muscle, the person in gym, they can move heavy things around. They can change things in the environment because they are exercising their muscle. You and I, we are not able to change much. We are told we'll give you $350 per month. We are told we'll give you this grant. We are told you'll give you this food. And we are forced to, our environment is chosen for us only because we are not exercising our talent muscle. Therefore, we don't have the muscle. Have you ever heard that term? You don't have the muscle to change things or move things around. What is your muscle, Mega Exercises? What is your talent? What is your purpose? Discover it and exercise it. Hit the gym. What do I mean by exercise it? Keep on doing it. Consistently do it. so that it can grow, it can become visible, it can become attractive, and the people who need that talent in you will start paying for it. They'll start giving you the assets that you need, and then you will gain power to change your environment. Use at the word explode. This is the last E in the word become. Calling it explode. So I googled the word and I wanted us to understand, what does the word explode means? It means to burst or shatter violently and noisily as a result of rapid combustion. Okay, let's take that again. The word explode means to burst or shatter violently, noisily, as a result of rapid combustion. So this is a jam-packed explanation, definition that I want us to look at as we apply this to our lives and to our talent muscle. It is noisy, it is shattering, it is bursting, and what is it a result of? Rapid, consistent combustion. Firstly, you should be doing something consistently, rapidly, consistently. Do not give up. Do it consistently. Then, as you explode, as you shatter, it's not going to be like all quiet in your own little corner. Nobody really knows who you are. Nobody really knows what you do. Nobody really gets affected by your talent muscle. No, mega exercises. If that is you right now, you have not become. You are not exploding. For you to become who God created you to be, you need to explode. Meaning more than just yourself need to be affected by this. It's noisily. Remember, you are shattering. Think about a bomb. Now, okay, physically, I've never seen a bomb explode, but I've seen movies. And when you look at those movies, those bombs make a mess. I mean, things within that vicinity of that bomb, it's a mess. It's people around, things around that bomb feel the effect, right? So mega exercises, you cannot be in the world, you cannot be in my world, and I'm not feeling the effect of your presence. You cannot be living and people are not feeling the effect of your presence. Not one person, not two people feel your presence. No, mega exercises, that means you are not becoming all who God created you to be. And that mega exercises is how you become everything that God placed in you. What God intended when He created you and when you were born, that is how you become.